Well, hello, everybody.
Heyo.
We have a guest today. His name is, well, just say it.
Andrew Kocur.
You're not talking to the mic that works.
You can drop that one.
Okay, drop the mic. My name's Andrew Kocur, and yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
Our pleasure.
All right. It's Sports and Spaghetti, episode 95.
Oh, I'm honored. 95.
Episode 95.
Good for you.
Yes, thank you. And for episode 95, we thought what better way to celebrate our Lightning McQueen episode than by having Lightning McQueen himself come and cook us some food. And that's why we have Andrew Kocur
Ka-chow.
with us. Ka-chow, indeed.
Yes. Coke chow.
Oh, Jesus.
Ka-chow. Okay, so before we get started today, Nick, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm chilling.
I see you have a Nikita Kucherov jersey on.
I do. This
That
is
is
the
just-
Disrupt the Night jersey.
That's excellent. What a cool jersey that is, man. My God. And I'm wearing an old Rick DiPietro jersey. If you know, you know. And what is that?
Got to represent Danbury. We're doing Captain Johnny Ruiz for Danbury Hat Tricks.
I just want to ask you a question.
Yes.
Okay. How much did that cost?
Undisclosed amount of money.
How much did it cost? I want to know. I might want one.
$150.
$150. You spent $150 on a Danbury jersey?
Yeah.
I love the commitment.
Danbury hockey is mint.
I swear NHL
mint.
jerseys aren't
It's
even that
mint.
much. Am I crazy?
Well, that's significantly better quality than an NHL jersey.
It's like the authentic sweater.
Yeah.
That's right. It's not a Fanatics
Yeah,
like
those
that.
I mean, if anything, Danbury hockey is definitely, like, when you think Danbury, yeah, you think Cat City, but I feel you feel hockey and all those other
I
good
can't
vibes.
tell you what I think of when I think Danbury, but
Wow.
in some respects, I agree with you.
Well, yeah, Danbury hockey is pretty well known, I think, around these days. I mean, a lot
Yeah.
of celebrities have voiced their opinion on Danbury hockey.
That's
throughout
right.
The years.
And now Danbury's got the documentary on the flicks.
Yes.
All right, so listen, the Jolly Rancher word of the week, okay? Do not look at my screen here, okay? Don't give anything away. This is a segment we do every week where my students try to steal a Jolly Rancher from me. And I give them a definition, and they have to tell me what the word is. So this week, and this might be a little bit of a curveball, but they're getting it too easy. I gave away a lot of Jolly Ranchers this past week. The word this week is described as a device used to measure the average kinetic energy in a substance. It's a very simple, well-known object, but that's the actual definition of it. Okay? So
I
you
read
have-
that. I was like, what?
So, and that is that. If you come up
Energy?
to me, kinetic energy in a substance,
All right, fair.
particle movement.
I mean, that's fair, I guess.
Okay. So if you come up to me at any point in the next week and tell me what the word is, then I'll give you the starting letter. It starts with T. You will get a Jolly Rancher on Mr. Walker, so enjoy that.
Chris, if this difficult word tanks our ratings or tanks our views, we're going back to the easy
Oh, they're
ones.
going to watch it. It's next week. It's
Yeah,
next
fair.
week that's
Yep,
going to
yep.
flounder, okay? And fumble.
I don't know what next week is.
Just in general.
Because
Because of
if they find that the word is too hard this week, because they're going to watch this
Oh,
week.
yeah.
Then they're going to be
not
like,
gonna
"Oh,
come back."
forget about him. I don't care anymore. It's too hard." So that's that. Okay, I'm going to shut up, and I'm going to hand Andrew the mic because Andrew, being that he's our guest today, cooked us a homemade dinner, a homemade meal. And he has brought it to us. It is concealed for the time being, but Andrew is going to explain what it is, and then after that, we'll do your life update.
Why don't we do the life update first so
Really?
the people know who he is?
All right, fine. We should do that. That's fine. All right, let's do the life update. So,
Both mics at me.
You can hold it.
Sure.
you hold the mic.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
I'll ask the questions.
Lightning round.
Tell me what is going on in your life that the people should know,
Or who is he?
and who are
Let me
you?
get
Like,
an
where did you
introduction.
come from?
Why are you here? How do you know us?
Who are you guys? Okay.
Go ahead.
So I went to Western Connecticut State University with these fine gentlemen, and
You also went to St. Greg's with us.
Yes, that is true.
Yo, you go to DHS?
Yeah.
And
Okay,
DHS.
that's where I knew you
So
from.
you've
Yeah.
been following. You've been in the same school as us forever.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So I went to WestCon. I did communication business. I was part of WXCI broadcast sports team.
you sure were.
Yes.
You're maybe famous for that.
It's an honor. Thank you. You got me on the map though.
That's right.
Yes. So yeah, I did that for 3 years or so, and then I graduated at the height of the pandemic and worked a few odd jobs here and there, and now I work at a medical office in Newtown.
Okay, I got a question for you.
Sure.
I think we go after the food for this one.
No, I want to ask him about WXCI.
I think we go after the food.
All right, fine. All right, now it's time. But we have another question for him too.
Yes, I did my research.
Nick needs to ask a question. Nick needs to put him on the griddle
Oh, no.
for a second.
First? Oh, I'm asking this now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
We're not going to talk about XCI. We'll take a minute after the food.
I was doing research on you.
Oh.
As it had been a while since I had talked to you. Seen
Yeah.
you. I don't even know if I ever did talk to you. Anyway, I read something about you.
Okay.
And it said that you were a world-class Renaissance man.
Yeah.
I would like to know what that entails.
Yeah, I told you we came prepared,
You did.
Coca-Cola.
Oh.
I would like to know the meaning of this
Well,
term.
I feel like a lot of people know me in our town of Danbury. And, I'm a drummer. I'm an actor. I've done a lot of theater in these parts.
Notably at Richter, right?
Yeah. So I've been doing that since I was maybe 12 years old or so. I've been drumming since I was probably 5 or so.
And we see all the best thing you did on the drums there was during the pandemic. You did all those pandemic sessions,
Yeah.
and then you stopped them.
Well, I post every now and then.
I
when
know,
yeah.
and we look forward to them, Anthony
Okay.
and I.
Thank you. Yeah. So I consider myself a Renaissance man because I cook, I act, I drum, and I feel like I'm an overall cool dude. If that's the way you want to put it.
Now I thought when you said Renaissance man that
Yeah.
you were talking about like picture like Lord Farquaad, and dressed
Dude,
like that.
This is what I'm thinking like
a Ren Fair.
Yeah.
Yes!
I think I'm
I
thinking
think
like
I mistook it, and I'm
I
not
did
trying to
too.
razz
No.
you or anything. Because I know that's not how you act and how you dress.
No.
But I was like, do you cosplay as a Renaissance person?
No.
yeah, I was thinking like a jester, like
Yes!
you
No.
Yes,
Although
like
I might be a
Dungeons
clown,
and
but no.
Dragons.
No.
you juggle for the king.
I'm not. They have a D&D club at school, and it's a large contingent.
It's cool.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
No, if
not in
anything,
a bad way.
I just think I'm just a well-rounded individual that just has a lot of hobbies, really. So.
I would say you're well-rounded. I agree.
Yeah. So I like to act, do drumming, and then if sometimes that collides, like I've done I've done a show in Brookfield a couple of years ago. I
Yeah.
did that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I
so
keep
it's been
thinking
fun.
things that I can't say.
As a jester?
What? No. No, it was
What's the
something.
matter with you?
There's just no, I don't know.
All right.
He's
let's
just
get
laughing
to
at
this
his
one.
research.
He's a clown.
No. I keep thinking things, but I can't say them. But I'm thinking. them.
You can say that.
No, I
this is a podcast.
can't. No, I can't.
I told you, he bites. You got to watch out for him.
It wasn't even about him.
You're not
It
gonna
was
get
about
canceled.
him.
What's wrong with him?
I catching the string. Hold
What's
on.
wrong with
Are
him?
you really
Catching
gonna make me
strays.
say it?
Yeah, why am I
Okay.
catching strays?
He was emphasizing the word well-rounded, and I was saying, and he's rounded well. That's what I was thinking. Are you happy now?
That was a good one.
Thank you.
That was a good one.
Okay, I'll say
Wow.
what I was gonna say before too. I was gonna say I wanted the audience to know that I'm mouseless, but then I realized our audience is mostly your students, so I thought that would be weird to say.
That one
Who's
was
in this, who's in
swing
this
and a
chair to
miss.
the right of me?
I know. What's
This is
going
the
on
most energy
today?
we've gotten out of this guy. in-
The last 2 weeks, he's firing bullets this time.
Bro, I was literally just had no one to talk to for 6
What?
hours.
He's the Luke Voigt of the podcast.
Oh boy, here we
I
go.
hate those days.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
All right, Coker.
Yes.
Tell us what you made. It's already been 12 minutes.
12 minutes.
Tell us what you made.
I know you guys did quesadillas before, but I
Oh.
did a little bit of a mini Crunchwrap. So,
Oh!
yeah,
As made famous by where?
TB.
Tuberculosis.
Yes, exactly.
I got to tell you something, Coker. I've never gone to Taco Bell in my life, and I've never eaten there. I've been there once.
You're missing out.
Do you know why I had to go there?
Because
It was
of-
2018.
Yeah.
Okay, it was 7 years ago.
I know why.
And Melissa,
Yep.
Yeah.
we were at like a Halloween party,
Okay.
and I was driving because that was just always me, and she really wanted Taco Bell after the party, and that was the only time either of us have been there in the last 8 years, and so there's that.
So yeah,
A Crunchwrap. All right, let's
Crunchwrap.
unfurl this.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, is that what they look like?
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Yeah.
I'm the best person to have try this because I've never had one.
I've also
good.
never eaten Taco Bell in my life.
You guys are missing out.
I've had plenty.
Yes.
But we love you.
Yes, because you're well rounded.
No, shut up.
So the thing that you're missing is definitely a nice crisp Baja Blast.
Oh, you should have made one.
Well,
It's a drink.
I know that. I know what that is. It's Mountain
That's
Dew.
the only thing I've ever
Yeah.
had from there.
but in any case, I forgot my drink at home. Anyways, but I thought I'd make this for you guys, homemade.
Now, if you were to have a drink of choice, it would be the Baja Blast with
Oh, yeah,
this.
with
If
that.
it goes with it.
Oh yeah,
Now, don't they put some kind of crap on there, sauce?
you could add sauce if you like, but everything's on the inside.
Now, what is in the inside?
So per your request,
My students are going to be like, "Oh, well, you don't know what's in the inside."
you just have basic ground beef. I season that pretty well.
Is it cooked?
I would hope so, Chef Ramsay. Yeah, chef.
Absolutely horrible. Anyway.
We got ground beef, some queso, and a little bit of lettuce, and like a tostada or like a crunchy shell, and then just fold it in a tortilla.
That's why it's a crunch wrap. I swear to God, I don't know this.
Yeah.
This is,
Wait, so-
I'm not trying to be stupid.
No, yeah.
So is this a
There's a
is this
crunchy
a
tortilla inside of a sauce
So it's-
tortilla?
yeah, it's just like
is this a Crunchwrap Supreme or is that something different?
Supreme. They call it Supreme just because it has like the lettuce, the cheese, the tomato, obviously. But
How
obviously,
many calories is this? Because I'm on a cut.
well, this is actually 100% grass-fed beef. So
I don't care what it is. I want to know how many
Yeah.
calories it is.
I'm gonna say 500 for your sake.
Maron. Okay, so I'll probably have one bite.
So, per Google's AI,
They're a little messy, Chris. So.
I don't care. Look at that. Looks good.
per Google's AI, the Crunchwrap Supreme was created in 2005 by Lois Carson,
He's the fact checker.
a former Taco Bell food innovation employee. It was introduced as a limited time offer and became permanent in 2006. The Crunchwrap was designed to be portable and easy to eat on the go. You call me a dork. The Crunchwrap is made with a layer of ground beef and Nazar cheese topped with a tostada shell, finished with a shredded iceberg lettuce, diced tomato, sour cream. This is the fastest selling product ever, selling 51 million units in its first 6 weeks.
Very
so
good. Thank you for the history.
While we munch on the crunch, explain.
You want to heat it up?
No, just you can.
Explain why you did this.
Yes.
Why you chose this.
Coker,
'Cause-
I'm gonna eat this, and I'm probably not gonna like it, and I'm only gonna take one bite. I hope you know all this. If you've watched
He's
any
the
episode,
pickiest eater
yes.
ever.
Okay.
But I'm gonna give it a try, and it will not be the worst thing I've eaten.
They're a little messy.
No,
so
the
I'd be
worst
careful.
thing that we've eaten is blood soup.
Also, sidebar. I've amended my score now that I'm looking at it. It's not a 3. That was a 1 max. I was playing that up so
The
bad.
sad thing is the way you made it look really delicious.
It was disgusting.
It-
It was
yeah.
the worst thing I've ever put in my mouth.
Yeah. I mean, I've had a blood sausage before when I went to Scotland, but
I don't even know what's in this. So
yeah,
There's the crunchy.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Dig in.
I'm really hungry too.
Silence is deafening.
It usually gets edited out.
Yeah. You like it?
I'm happy with it. I'm quite surprised.
I'm happy with it.
All it needs, I think, is like a hot sauce.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was a little spice of something in there, but not enough of spice.
It's a taco mix. Taco mix? What's the spices?
I did a little bit of.
Talk into the microphone.
I did a little bit.
Aren't you a radio guy?
Of course. Salt, pepper, chili lime seasoning, adobo, and a little bit of Cholula.
There is Cholula.
Okay.
I didn't put a lot just because I didn't know if you guys had spice tolerance or not, so I just made it a little bit mild.
I like that.
Yeah, that's the only thing I would say is you should have lathered it with Cholula. I love Cholula.
I like that. I'm going to have another bite of it. I'll tell you that much.
Well, I'll give you a second bite.
I like it. I don't like that. I like it.
So, I'm going to finish this because I'm hyped because these are my go-to at Taco Bell.
Yeah.
It's really good.
I usually get mine with steak.
Is it legit? Because you've had it. I've never had it. Whatever it is good. It tastes very unhealthy. I do know that much. And I will not eat anymore tonight. And it's not your fault.
No, that's fine.
It's really good, and I would eat too.
Yeah.
I like that. Oh, we have to rate it. Oh, he's got the ratings up. I'm ready to go. 7.5. Very good. 7.5 is a very good rating.
I'll double down on a 7.5.
I liked that.
It was shockingly.
The only thing I would take out is the queso, and it's a preference. It's not anything you did.
I would take out the lettuce, but
That's
me.
just a personal thing. If it was like just plain shredded cheese and not a sauce of cheese, then it's probably an 8.5 for me. But it's my problem, not yours.
Again, this is my go-to at T-Bell. I'm going 8.6.
That's a very good score,
Very good.
Kocur.
Cool.
I mean, this did very well. To get a 7.5 from Nick is saying a lot.
To get 2 bites out of Nick, I
Right?
gave it 2.
This was a lot easier to eat than that soup, man. All right, what's our average, Anthony?
Yeah, y'all are hating on the soup. It
So
wasn't
this
that
comes
bad.
in at
It was worse than you ever could imagine.
a 7.87, which is right around top 5 of anything we've ever had on
What
the
is
show.
it the closest relative to?
The cabbage slaw from the tonkatsu episode.
Okay,
Yeah,
that was good.
I can agree with
That was
that.
a solid thing. Nice job. I'm proud of you, man. I mean, I know you cook and everything like that, and that's why I asked you to cook. But like, that's like a nice thing to just have in your back pocket.
Yeah.
Truly.
I think the hardest part, for sure. The hardest part is definitely folding it. So.
What I also like on the bottom here. What I also like on the bottom is how it's toasted a little bit extra on the bottom.
Yeah.
I appreciated that touch. I don't know if
That's
Taco
authentic,
It's probably
yeah.
better than Taco Bell. I'm sure it's better than Taco Bell.
That is what they do, though.
So yeah, they put it in a press, like a flat grill press, like panini type thing.
I'm sure it's better because it tasted like real food.
No, it's good. See, the only reason it's not higher for me, I'm a Supreme guy, which means you got to put it's like a Chipotle sour cream type thing.
Okay, and
I like
that's
that.
fair. Again, that's a personal thing. That's nothing against you. That puts you near the top 5.
Thank you.
And we've had 95 episodes worth. That's legit. You should be happy with that.
Thank you.
All right, now let's talk about WXCI.
Yeah, we're gonna take that right away from you real quick.
All right, so I want to know about. I want to hear Andrew's story. Okay, I think there's multiple people watching and listening to this that want to hear your account of what happened on the fateful day of the ship storming. Okay, and I just want to know, like, what really happened because there is a radio talk show called Toucher and Rich
Oh, yeah.
that have an episode, multiple episodes actually, surrounding your broadcast team
Yeah.
that your broadcast partner assembled.
Yes.
His name is Nick. Del Mastro.
Yes.
I will name drop. I don't care.
For the reference, I was not allowed to be on this broadcast team. I was shunned into the corner to do stats. We see how that has turned out. Ha ha.
We have not at you. Not at you. It's not at you. Don't worry.
Trust me. I mean, if anything, I was just the guy that really just only knew baseball and some football.
Okay.
You know?
So go ahead, Anthony.
I'm going to cut in because I did a baseball game with you. I'm the only one that's ever went 1-for-1 with Kocur. I have to say baseball is definitely his top sport.
Oh, absolutely.
Definitely.
Now we need. Go ahead.
I think the audience needs clarification that this is the Storm That Ship guy.
Well, we're
Yeah,
getting.
he is Storm That
This
Ship,
is the
and we
guy
do mean both.
that we quote every single episode.
Literally.
We do mean boat.
And every single live broadcast we do.
Oh yeah, and I feel honored. You know, I mean, I think,
and it is.
I think it's hysterical. I mean, like,
I'm glad.
You know,
But now you need to explain what happened. Why did that come out of your mouth? But see,
why?
What,
Because I'm amateur.
yeah, but what happened was
Yeah, talk me through
allegedly you didn't say ship
No, I did.
because the broadcast would have heard you say another sh word.
Okay.
And that's what it sounded like.
Yeah.
And that's why that radio show, they had to bleep it. They had to bleep the words.
So that's interesting because
It dropped me in my dad's car listening to the episode. It dropped me to the floorboards of the car.
So before you get into it, I was doing stats in the corner. I had no words. I had the headset on, and I went,
I just need to know what happened. And again, this is not against you. We need just to bring this around so we have the real story. Go ahead.
So
I'll shut up.
Honestly, everything was a blur to me. It's been so long ago. But just to my knowledge, I think it was one of my first broadcasts, and I just got all into it. And I knew we were playing the Corsairs that day, and to my knowledge, I said, storm that ship. And, you know, but the only thing that I do remember that could have been bleeped out is when we brought, Nick brought our sideline reporter down in the crowd on our homecoming game. He was definitely very animated, and the kid definitely let out a few curse words, and that's what they had to bleep out. We had to quickly cut back.
Yeah, but there was definitely that quote by you.
Okay.
And I'm not saying you did. You
Yeah.
know what you said, but I'm saying it got bleeped. And Anthony was in the booth.
Yeah.
And it sounded like a word that ends with it instead of IP.
I mean, if anything, maybe.
And I think that's amazing.
Yeah.
we're breaking through here.
I think that's incredible.
Yeah.
Because it's legendary. It's
Yeah.
turned into this little legend of this community of people that listen. They all know that quote.
I just think it's funny because, I mean, I know for me, even when I'm doing this, I have some anxieties and all that stuff. And it's kind of funny because, I mean, I'm a performer and I've done this for years.
Yes.
But, I mean,
You act. That's what you do.
Yeah. Is that your Christopher Walken?
No, that's Kristen Wiig on SNL.
Okay.
Anyway.
I thought you were doing more cowbell.
No.
Okay.
No.
I have a question.
Sure.
What happened in the game to make you
Other than phrase,
Say
I
that.
don't even remember.
ship or
and was that
otherwise.
something you had in mind before the game, or did that just come
just
with the
comes out,
momentum?
you know, I mean,
you were just excited.
Yeah.
Because it's a brilliant piece of
I
broadcasting.
mean, I've
really.
broadcasted
It
a
is.
lot of crazy games. I mean, Anthony can tell you we've broadcasted 4 overtime game winner, five overtime game winners. I've interviewed Coach Calhoun for basketball. I've done.
That's right.
I've done.
You did Coach Calhoun.
Yeah, that was my 30-second interview with him.
That was a tough go to get
Yeah,
that interview.
it was, but I got permission. I did it, and that's one of my proudest moments of my career there. You know, I mean, just if anything, just in the moment type
That's
thing.
amazing.
And
because they're, like you said, they're playing the Corsairs and they're pirates, and he just then he corrected it by saying like a boat, and I do mean boat.
So
And that's the quote.
to be fair, I don't think they were Corsairs. I think they were still the Buccaneers.
Buccaneers. No.
It was 2018, right?
17.
Was it 17? Because we lost.
No, you were away at the Corsairs.
Yeah, so it had to have been
Had to
18.
have been 18.
So I think I know what happened. I think I remember what happened. It was versus Mass Dartmouth. They won 40-27.
Yes.
I think it was a sack fumble.
It was a big moment, and there was a lot of fanfare happening. The crowd was roaring, and there was a lot of tension that had just been released.
Yeah, I think it was a sack fumble, and the way it was like a jailbreak blitz, and everybody flew in and just rocked the quarterback. And then he said, "We really stormed that ship."
I love it.
And he doubled down and said, I do mean boat. And that is just
like a boat on the ocean.
Listen, the credit I give you for, again, you know what you said. The credit I give you for recognizing what it sounded like and then immediately having it in your back pocket where it's like, I mean a boat. Like a boat.
That's just
boat.
incredible.
It was perfect.
And you say that's because I'm an amateur. No, well, that was like pro.
Yeah, no, I can see that in one of those compilations. It's like best calls of all time, best football calls of all time.
Nope. I know exactly what it is. Justin Witherspoon had a 97-yard pick six.
Oh, there it is. With the kicker making the point after. How about
kicker.
you done? All right. Very good. And that's your side of the story. We're very happy that we have some clarity on that. That's amazing. All right, ready? I'll give you some more clarity. This is in no particular order. You've been around for this segment on the air a few times, so you know how this goes. Okay, let's start with the good today. Diana Taurasi announced her retirement from the WNBA on Tuesday. She's the good of the week for sure. She's a 6-time Olympic gold medalist and the top scorer in all of WNBA history. She's the only player in the WNBA to record 10,000 points. Caitlin Clark described her as a legend of basketball, and she's also synonymous with UConn, which Nikki knows very well. Her quote was, "I feel full and I'm happy," when describing how it feels to finally retire after 20 years in pro basketball, Anthony. That's a lot of basketball, and Nick and Andrew.
The White Mamba.
The White Mamba. I mean, legend. Absolute Hall of Fame legend. She should go into the Basketball Hall of Fame, not just the NBA.
Yes.
You know, she should be in the Basketball Hall of Fame, so she's the good of the week. Okay, you ready for the bad? I really want to get to the end. I'm really excited about the end this week. So I had 2 ways to go. And a few weeks ago, I showed a video of a coach that, or a parent. No, it was the coach. Coach?
It was a parent.
Parent who went on the ice and shoved 2 kid referees to the ice, Kocur.
I've seen that.
Well, here we have another instance, and this is on the court. I got 2 basketballs in a row in no particular order. How about that, Nick?
It's rare.
So this is a parent charging the court and taking down a player. A kid, a 9 and 10-year-old basketball game. So there is a video that showed, and you'll see it here. The video is showing an altercation among 2 9 and 10-year-olds, and the parent charged the court and threw a punch at a kid, at a 10-year-old. They came to blows with a kid. This is from California. There's multiple angles of this alleged incident. A lady hit a kid and ragdolled him. Then she assaulted the father of the kid, whose nephew was apparently playing in the game. So it's just more degenerate behavior. And the degenerate behavior knows no color. It knows no bounds. Because now we've seen multicultural beatdowns of unsuspecting people. So don't come at me and say, well, you only put there because they're black. No, because 2 weeks ago we had an all-white altercation, okay? So don't even come at me, okay? It's just hooligan nonsense.
I mean,
it's terrible. They're kids.
There has to be something in the water with a lot of degenerate behavior because, I mean, even in, like, the local league and the FPHL, we had a lot of, like, instances. I mean, granted, they're not kids, but we had a nice instance of a player pushing the linesman down and making linesman fall, and I just don't understand
what are we doing?
Yeah, I mean, these guys got suspended for the rest of the league season, And
Who
not
is
to
this?
mention- I forget. I think they're Mississippi Seawolves, I believe.
Oh, okay,
They're
a
called-
different team, not a
yeah,
hat trick.
no. But they're in the league. They're
But
in
you
the
see what
FPHL.
happens when you're down in the pro
Yeah,
8 leagues down.
Yeah.
And some of these guys think that they're hot shots.
yeah. But I think the crazy thing is, I mean, like, this guy's supposed to be the captain of the team, and I mean, granted, you could be the captain, you can be left bench, but whatever. I mean, I think just it's not good, and then
No.
it just gives a bad taste for everybody else and ruins
Right.
the fun for everybody.
It does. And as it is, I know youth referees the pool of them is getting slimmer and slimmer across the country. And really around the world because of parents that are not much older than me,
Yeah.
that are in their early to mid 30s, that just berate the referees every chance they get. And there's always been that to a degree. I mean, when we played sports in high school, there was always that, sometimes. But it's just so bad. And the kids are getting younger and younger, and the parents are getting worse. 7 and 8-year-olds, 9 and 10-year-olds.
Yeah.
None of that means anything. And we're punching each other. We're punching referees. It's terrible. Bad. All right, here's the ready? The New York Yankees have amended their policy to allow players to sport well-groomed and manicured beards, Nick. Your facial hair would fall under that. My facial hair would fall under that. Kocur's would probably fall under that.
I just shaved, so I looked like that a couple of weeks ago.
But
Same.
Anthony's would not fly because that's not well-groomed, even though people that have followed us since the very beginning would know that took a lot of hard work. And so we're not taking anything, we're not holding that against
And
you.
to quote Brian Cashman, they don't want to be Duck Dynasty, so.
Right, and like I said, it's very hard work
Yeah.
to get to that point.
Pretty long.
But that's good. That's you, and it's not just the neck beard.
Did this
Any
only take
anymore,
95
right?
episodes?
Dude, this took me like 3 years.
There's a picture circulating, and
no.
Anthony's going to get it. The episode that the very first alumni weekend at WXCI we did, so 2 years ago, in 2023, he was clean shaven pretty much. He had nothing. He wasn't clean shaven, but he was trying
Scruff.
some little stragglers on the neck.
Gotcha.
And now he's got all this, so he's come a long way.
Yeah, proud of you.
Andrew, how do you feel about beards?
Keep it maintained. I mean, I don't feel like you should make it as such as like Brandon Marsh on the Phillies, but at least it's like well groomed, if anything. Just make it neat. I mean, yeah, it's a great policy, 49 years in the making for the Yankees to do, but I mean, if it makes them happy to have some sort of quote freedom, so be it,
And a lot of people say that Devin Williams, the Dodgers beating them, Soto leaving, Verdugo leaving, all these things adding up in one offseason, yes, led to this happening. No.
No, it absolutely did.
You think it did?
Absolutely did. The fact of the matter is, it probably got down to Devin Williams needs to sign an extension. He is probably the best closer in the league right now. We're top 2 closer in the league right now. And the Yankees wanted to lock him down, and he probably straight up told Brian Cashman, I will not re-sign if I can't have my beard. He came out, I'll get the actual quote. Because
I do agree with that. I mean, I don't think Juan
Hold
Soto
it close to your mouth.
I don't think Juan Soto was the cause of that, but I do think maybe Devin Williams probably said something to that effect. I mean, I definitely agree. He's probably one of the best closers that we have in a long time. But I mean, if we want to talk about Yankees, the nice 1-2 punch that you get from even the starting rotation.
Whoa, don't get ahead of yourself, brother. We're getting there. We're getting there.
But
Take it easy.
but yeah, no, Devin Williams is going to be a good asset for the Yankees, I think.
They didn't change a policy that old for one person.
I absolutely
No,
think
they
they did.
didn't.
I think
No,
it was
they didn't.
okay. I'll disagree with you, or I'll agree with you there, because recently we can kind of lump this in with the Yankees have finally stopped playing New York after losses. So
awesome.
back when they were prime Yankees, they would play Frank Sinatra's New York after a win, and then they would play Liza Minnelli's New York after a loss. I'm assuming she had an issue with that. Somebody took issue with that, so the Yankees nixed it and they played Frank for everything. Now, when they lose, they play That's Life because that makes the most sense. So
I have to unfortunately say something.
Continue.
As somebody that was at the fateful
You
game,
hate that song now, don't you?
they played New York, New York after that.
Yeah, I'm saying they just changed it
know.
now. Yeah.
And it really stung because it felt so wrong. I listened to Frank Sinatra in the car all the way to meet my friend in New Fairfield. For 20 minutes, I played Frank. And I had it all stuck in my head. I had it all, look, be a lady.
So
And all of that. And they lost.
So not only is it a big thing for Devin Williams because he said look good, feel good. He's like, I've always had some form of scruff on my face. Look good, feel good, play good. Garrett Cole said, quote, it's a big deal. Said Cole, who had worn a beard with his past two teams, Pittsburgh and Houston. He goes, I just threw today and nobody cares. Nobody's talking about how I look. I feel like I obviously, being a Yankee fan growing up, wanted to emulate the Yankees. So it was kind of cool that I was able to shave and be a part of the legacy. And then it's also really cool at the same time that we're transitioning to a different legacy to a certain extent moving forward.
Good
and
stuff.
that's the biggest thing right there. Because we've talked about, I've beat this horse thousands of times on this podcast. That old Yankee legacy is gone.
Way gone.
There's nothing reminiscent of the prime 70s Yankees, 90s Yankees, early 2000s. There is nothing left except the jerseys. And that's something you don't have to change. The no names
Not
on the
even the
jerseys,
stadium.
that's cool. Yeah, not even the stadium.
I mean, if they changed the no numbers on the jerseys, I think we'd have a different story.
The no names, yeah, I don't mind. I don't
If
mind.
anything, the only like not even Yankees, but
Hold it close to you.
the only thing, the only thing that I would say about the jerseys is if we keep that and then bring back the old All-Star Game jerseys.
Well, no, I mean, I think the Yankees need an alternate. I think they need to wear their blue ones that they've been wearing through spring training. Throw a name on the back of that one. Who cares?
Or do a City Connect jersey.
Well, they're getting one, but yeah.
And the All-Star Game should determine home field advantage.
Facts. Facts.
That's just to make him mad. Okay, so let's do this. We are going to bring back Starch Madness.
So,
Oh, we're starting in
no, we're not starting it yet. We're just announcing.
Starch Madness is back.
So you're here for the announcement, Andrew. If you remember last year, Starch Madness was probably the most traction we ever got social media wise. It was Nikki's
Until recently.
Yeah, it was Nikki's famous crash out. It was wonderful. But last year we did a bracket of what was it? 32? It wasn't 32. It was a bracket of
16.
Yeah, I think it was a bracket of 16 different ways to prepare a potato. We did that throughout March, and we decided recently that, you know what, it's time to come back, but how are we going to do it? Chris, let the viewers know how Starch Madness 2.0 is coming back.
We are doing the pasta shape bracket. Okay? We are going to pick our 16 favorite 16 pasta shapes, probably our favorite 16, and have them duke it out. It's going to be tough. I think Anthony made the bracket last year. I think there's going to have to be some collaboration done.
Yeah,
So-
why don't we vote?
We could either vote or let me bring this up. We could either vote or we can do the rankings just go based off of total sales of like Barilla types.
Sure.
So the number
could
one
work,
selling is the 1 seed, the number 2 is the 2 seed.
I can do that.
And if we don't like a certain of them, then we could throw some wild cards in.
I would like to go around the table right now before we talk about a little NHL Trade Deadline and a little bit of NFL offseason here, and then we'll do a little trivia with you. We might be an hour and 8 today instead of an hour. You can deal with it. I want to tell everybody our least favorite pasta shape because we'll save the best ones for when we do Starch Madness. I want your least favorite pasta shape.
You want me to go right off rip?
Yeah.
The lasagna noodle.
Give me that.
Hate lasagna.
Oh, I knew you were going to say that. That makes me so happy.
We're going to have to make a lasagna, though.
We have to. It's inevitable. I like that. Nick?
I don't know, but the first thing that comes to mind is fettuccine.
I know it.
Yes,
Fettuccine?
sir.
Really?
Yes, Kocur.
You don't like fettuccine?
I do, but it's not my top.
It's your least favorite pasta shape.
Out of 16, it's probably 16.
No. Just
No, out of any
In
of them.
general?
Least favorite.
Yeah. Off the top of my
Fettuccine?
head, that's all I can think
Fettuccine's
of.
high up on my list. I love fettuccine.
I mean, if it's made right, yes, it's good. But if I had
But no,
to,
that's-
but the first thing that popped in my head was fettuccine.
Yeah.
And that's
Same.
what you should say.
Yeah.
The first thing besides lasagna, so I could just be different, is large shells.
See, I thought you would go tortellini.
Well, and there's also the small shells too.
Oh.
Now, question. I don't know if we come to a consensus.
Oh, yeah, that's bad.
Are we gonna-
Tortellini, sorry.
Are we going to keep tortellini and ravioli? Are we going to consider those? A
No, we're
pasta?
talking about extruded pasta shapes.
Okay, so those will not be counted.
That's what they are. They're
Oh, yeah,
extruded.
that's valid.
So those will not be counted
Correct.
in this
No.
bracket. Okay.
Correct.
No, extruded pasta shapes, dried pasta, not
Yeah.
frozen in
So not
the
going to do like a
bag.
cavatelli? No.
Cavatelli we're going to exclude, and the reason why is because it's a different type
Okay.
of pasta
Okay.
because there's it's what I
Yeah,
call it the
yeah,
cavatelli,
yeah, yes,
the
yes.
cheese in it, and mom's like, don't tell him.
We're also going to not.
would I care? That's not my favorite.
We're also going to not include the gnocchi.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
God.
not going to be in
Thank
there.
God, man.
That was Nikki's infamous.
That was the only. Actually, I think that was the only zero he gave because he gave the blood soup a 0.5.
And I think the sweet potato was a 1.
The sweet potato was bad too for him. All right. Very good. So Starch Madness 2025 is starting next week. It will be the beginning of March next week, so we will start the
March
Starch
Madness and Starch.
And this isn't our debates. We will have our debates. We will go ahead and we will fight to the death for our bracket.
Yes.
But follow us on social media. Check us out on Instagram. I think it's that one, right?
That one is Instagram.
Follow us on Instagram.
Kocur watches. He knows.
It'll be on our
and
stories.
TikTok's over there.
It'll
He
be on
knows.
our Instagram stories. Vote for your favorite
Do what Nick does.
because last year we had some disagreements between the fan vote and
Yes, that is true.
our vote.
And I love that.
Yes,
That's
we
all
do a
good.
bracket for y'all as well. So vote on Instagram.
Oh, very good. All right, guys. So I was talking to Ben of Ben's Bougie Grilled Cheese earlier this week, and all he likes to do when we do math is talk about the Bills. And he's like, how do you think the Bills are going to do next season? I think they're going to get rid of James Cook. I think Josh Allen's going to have a down year. He's just like anything but the math. I played his demo on Madden, and I was really good with them. And I'm just like, all right, Ben, I love you, man. But he's like, talk about the Bills on your podcast. So instead of that, I'm talking about him. He feels like James Cook might be on the move, okay? But there are others that might be on the move this offseason. So we're talking about will they move and how will these moves affect local teams. So we have James Cook, Cooper Kupp, Aaron Rodgers, and Matt Stafford.
So, Ben, we love you, friend of the show. You got your own episode. Very rarely, it's a rare feat to get your own episode. But I don't think James Cook is going anywhere. He's still on his rookie deal. I think maybe after the season they'll just replace him. But I think again, running backs don't get paid. They don't really get traded much anymore. Nobody's giving up a premium for James Cook. So I think you'll be okay.
He's going to be happy with that.
But some buts here. The Giants, shockingly enough, have the best quarterback room they've had in years right now, and it's because they do not have a single quarterback on roster. Not one. This is the best quarterback room they've had. But apparently they
You're a Giants fan?
No.
He's a Pats fan.
Patriots, right.
Giants are apparently all in on Matt Stafford. And boy, oh boy, please go get him and set your franchise back another half of a decade. Because what are you doing? That team, that roster, they are not a quarterback away. I understand you're not going to have to give up premium draft capital, but a second-round pick, a third-round pick, in a draft that has been called the meat and potatoes draft with a lot of good linemen, a lot of good wide receivers, a lot of good defensive linemen. Why? Why are you not building your trenches?
Because they're the Giants.
Yeah, I mean, I think they they have a good team, but their management just stinks. I mean, like, get Matt Stafford if you want, but I mean, you don't really have the momentum going anywhere if you keep doing that.
No. Terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, Cooper Kupp has also been mentioned in that realm as well, that he might be packaged with Matt Stafford.
They're
are they
still
gonna
not
give
go
a-
anywhere though?
They were saying Stafford, Kupp, and that. I would assume Stafford, Kupp, first round pick swap, and the Giants give like a second as well. So
And
the
the
Rams,
Giants are gonna
the
get
Rams
where?
pick at 3, and
5
the Giants pick back. What's the thing is, I don't think the Giants are in a very bad spot. I don't think they're enamored with Cam Ward. I don't think they're enamored with Shedeur Sanders. They're in a bad spot.
Yeah.
And then the other New York quarterback, they're saying Matt Stafford is most likely going to leave the Rams. The quarterback that has had the most steam to the Rams, former Jets quarterback Aaron Rodgers. If you're the Rams, what are you doing? Because, Nicky, you follow the Jets. You saw what Rodgers did. Rodgers is a little bit older than Stafford, but Stafford had a decent season. Why not just pay Stafford instead of going out to sign Rodgers and deal with that whole circus?
My question to you is, what did Rodgers do though?
What do you mean?
I'm being a jerk because Rodgers did nothing for that team.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying.
He really did nothing for that team.
That's what I'm saying. Why would you not just stick with Cooper Kupp, or why would you not just stick with Matthew Stafford?
Yeah.
Why is Rodgers even on the table?
What do you think?
I agree. Matthew Stafford was way better than Rodgers, but I don't think Rodgers was bad by any stretch. I mean, his stats on paper look fine if you watch the games. It doesn't pass the eye test, but like that's mostly because of the team around him. Like, it really wasn't his fault, in my opinion, as a Jets fan.
But it is a circus.
It is, and I'm still
It's a circus.
and he's gonna once again try and be the coach and not just a quarterback, and that is an issue in and of itself. And Matthew Stafford is way better.
Well, Nicky, I'm glad you said that because I love when we're just on we're on the same brainwave, because I'm going to get the actual quote here if you'd like to vamp a little bit.
While you do that, I'd like to say I'm very happy with the Jets losing Aaron Rodgers because we might be getting Justin Fields, and that would be huge. That's
Yeah,
a step in the right direction.
I think so. Still a young quarterback, and he's got a lot of room to grow still.
This is per Aaron Rodgers. This was this was a quote he had said to Pat Leonard of the New York Daily News, that Aaron Rodgers, quote, prefers to play for the Rams, and if he does, he would like to bring Devontae Adams along with him. So it is already starting.
He's not even on the team yet, and he's trying to.
Devontae Adams is still under contract with the Jets. It is already starting. Stay away from Aaron Rodgers. Do not touch him with a 30-foot pole. He's past his prime. He has no more game left in him. I don't understand what teams are trying to get. You are trying to get blood out of a stone here. He did what he did. He's on his ayahuasca trips. It's done. It is done.
It is done. I agree with you. And you know what else is done? The football talk. We're talking about a little bit of NHL trade deadline here. All right, so this one's a little bit bittersweet for Chris here, because one of the major trade chips this year, especially coming on the heels of the Islanders' 7-game win streak, followed by a now 4-game regulation losing streak, including a 5-1 drubbing at the hands of the Rangers, where Matt Rempe scored.
Did he fight the goal?
I'm sure he did.
What's the gripe about Matt Rempe? Why don't we not like him? He's scrappy.
Oh, boy. All right.
We're not doing
We're
this
not
today.
doing
Want to do it? Do we want to do it?
No.
You can tell me.
We don't
after.
have enough time.
He's a thug.
Okay.
He injures people.
He is Daniel
He's not
Amesbury with
good.
a professional contract.
Correct.
That's it.
So the trade chip that keeps coming up is Brock Nelson, and a lot of teams.
That's
want,
like the only player I know on the team at this point. Like, what are you doing?
and a lot of teams are interested in Brock Nelson. So he's 33. He's been a lifelong Islander. Okay. Here's the thing, though. The Islanders are once again in limbo, 5 points out of the playoffs. They're playing like garbage right now, but they always play like garbage until there's 2 months left in the season. And so Lou Lamoriello might say, "We're close. We have a team here. We have a contending team. We have a contending team with that roster that they roll out every night. They're contenders."
Yes.
That is schizophrenic. That is
yes.
bad.
I agree.
And so the tricky part of this is that Nelson has a 16-team no-trade clause, but he is a pending unrestricted free agent. And if you recall, 7 years ago, on July 1st, John Tavares also became an unrestricted free agent.
Here we go with this again, Chris.
And he traded his fame with the Islanders to be a crappy captain of the Maple Leafs, not get selected to Team Canada, not even watch the championship game. He had to go to bed. No, he's a sore loser. Pajama boy. If Nelson ends up doing this, first of all, if Nelson ends up doing this, it won't be the same because Nelson has never said, "Oh, I'm staying. I'm not leaving," and then leave. But it would be in the Islanders' best interest to trade him and get a first-round pick, get a second-round pick, do something.
So, Chris, talking about the Islanders, I'm looking at the ESPN article for the trade deadline preview. The New York Islanders, they have them listed as rejuvenating adders. So they're saying they're going to buy at the deadline.
Well, ESPN doesn't know what they're talking about hockey.
With $2.73 million in cap space, their players or picks in play is Brock Nelson, J.G. Pajot, and Kyle Palmieri.
Get them all off the team.
They're saying, given the Islanders have a shot at the postseason, it's only right Lamoriello tweaks his roster just enough so they stay in the mix.
Palmieri, Pajot, you ready? Mayfield, that'll never happen. Polak, Varlamov, Lee, all of them, get them off the team and bring in all the young guys, and we suck for 4 years at the basement so I don't have to worry. We just watch the games to see player development and not try to root for wins and be disappointed when they lose. Bam, then we'll be good again.
Sounds
Keep
like the
Sorokin and Barzal and Horvat and get rid of the rest of the team. And Duclair, get them off the team.
So, Nikki, I have my notes. We'll go over your Tampa Bay Lightning quick. We're just going to touch on them. They're saying, ESPN is saying they are bold adders. Buyers,
yeah, the Lightning are a playoff team.
Players or picks that should be in play. 2026 first-round pick Nick Perbix and Connor Sheary. Lightning have been perennial deadline adders because they believe, with good reason, they could make a cup run any season, which I agree with. And then GM Julian Brisebois should feel particularly emboldened, considered the team's play has improved. Right now,
what do you think?
So right now they're saying, before you get here, right now they're saying their team's ideal fit is Alex Tuch. Alex Tuch and Kyle Palmieri are the top two.
Stay away.
Stay away
from Palmieri. The Islanders need to get rid of him, but the Lightning don't need that.
Yeah, but we could use it. We definitely could. And I think he's a good fit for the team. I like Tuck way better, though. And
he's a Tampa Bay Lightning, former Golden Knight.
Yes, he was awesome on the Golden Knights first season. He plays with grit, energy. I like the Lightning right now. We are the hottest team in hockey because I don't count Winnipeg. And, I'm very excited for what we have coming in the soon future.
Storm the ship.
So
yes,
Andrew,
and I do mean both.
Andrew, as our resident Rangers fan, we'll get you quick on it. We'll go over. You're a Rangers fan, right? You're a Bruins fan? Oh, you're just okay. You just go to the Wolfpack. You go to the Wolfpack.
I'll put it this way.
All right, so you're a Bruins fan and they suck. What's going on with them?
Even better.
I'll be honest with you. I like all the Atlantic Division, really. To be honest with you, my main two sports are baseball and football.
Boo! Sorry.
But I've been watching just a lot of Bruins and Rangers lately. So I mean, you could talk about both of them if you want.
No,
How did the Bruins go from one of the most unstoppable teams in hockey to trash?
How does it happen?
Poor management.
He's actually right.
Yeah, that's correct.
He's actually right about that.
ESPN has them at proceed with caution. Trent Frederick,
Stupid.
Justin
terms.
Brazeau, Morgan Geeky, Parker Wotherspoon are all in play.
The former Islander.
I knew that.
Parker.
Bruins are in a tough spot. Doesn't look like a contender this season, but there's
With a
no
knife?
desire to
with a
throw in.
spoon.
There's no desire to throw in the towel. Do they go for low risk rental for a boost, or do they start trading their upcoming free agents and see how the chips fall? Blow it up. I just like seeing them lose. I'm still hurt over the Charlie Coyle trade. I loved him.
You like to look at him.
I do. I still do. And they got Ryan Donato, and then he turned into nothing. We're just gonna breeze by that.
Yeah, I wasn't.
Thank you.
But go ahead.
If anything, I would say maybe trade on Trent Frederick.
Yes.
I saw that. I mean, granted, he had a good season last season with 40 points,
But that gives him some value.
yeah.
That he could go. That's a player that could really contribute on a cup contender. Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely right.
Yeah.
And you could get something decent back.
Yeah.
You can get a probably 3rd round pick for him.
And
4th round pick.
don't they play the Islanders on the 27th, I think?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think something like that, right?
27th is tomorrow.
Yeah, they do.
Blow it up, both of them. All right, talk about the Wild Ant.
All
so
right,
you
baby.
need. You have an interesting couple of players on this list. You've got Ricard Raquel on you, and then Anthony Beauvillier as a 3rd-line depth player. And I got to tell you, as much as I hate seeing that name there because I want Beauvillier back on the island, I think you've nailed it with your 2 players. Absolutely nailed it.
So we've all seen, my Minnesota wish list for Christmas. That video was they should wish for a bubble wrap suit for Kirill Kaprizov. He's on the long-term IR. I think he's missed 19 games already. And their scoring has gone down significantly. First line right now, I can pull them up. I think first line right now is sitting at Marco Rossi, Joel Eriksson-Ek, who just got hurt. He's now on the IR as well.
Yes.
And then Matt
He's
Zuccarello.
week to week. You don't have to list every player on the team, though.
I know.
Just messing with you.
I know, but their second line. What I'm getting at is there's no second line scoring option. Right. So the only thing right now is Marco Rossi.
So who would that be? Raquel?
I think Raquel would fit really nicely in with that second line. And then
The Penguins don't need him.
no, Penguins are not good.
They're a dumpster fire.
So I think he fits in top 6. Honestly, if they want to play him on the first line, they can. He has 25 goals and 24 assists this year, which is
He's having a good season.
it's up towards the league lead. I think he's the perfect number 2 guy for Kirill.
Even Beauvillier having 12 goals on the season.
And
He'll score what? 6 more, 5 more this season.
And he's a guy where I'd love to have him on a line with Moose, with Marcus Foligno, because your 3rd line is, for the most part, the Wild usually use that as their enforcer line. But to have an actual scoring threat on their big defensive line, I think it would just be perfect. I think it's a great fit. And both of these players, I think they can get pretty easily. Right now they have Liam Ogren. He's been playing on the 3rd line. Highly touted prospect for Minnesota. But he's a guy where they can kind of trade their future a little bit just for some right now. It's right now their wings on the 2nd and 3rd line have been Vinny Hinostroza, Jakob Treinen, and I think it's Jacob Lauko. It's Jacob. So they have a Yakov and Jacob. Yeah. Got it. It's just not getting it done. I would get rid of. You can move Ogren to a team like Pittsburgh where they need some youth, and then give them a 1st-round pick. I think that realistically, I think that gets it done. Because they can't be players for big name guys because they're still paying Zach Parise and Ryan Suter.
Right, and they're also not in a position where they need to land a huge player. They've got a good team. They just got to get healthy.
Yeah.
All right, Andrew, ready? We've reached the part of the show where we're going to quiz you.
Oh, no.
You say you're a sports fan, we're going to quiz you. Turn your screen, Tone. All right, here we go. We got 5 trivia questions. This is about the Yankees, yourself, and a little bit of hockey. Okay, ready? So we're gonna start with the layup here. You were famously a part of the Toucher and Rich show on the radio during your broadcast of football. You famously said, "Storm that ship," and I do mean boat, like a boat on the ocean. Who were the then Colonials playing at that time in the game?
UMass Dartmouth.
Very good. We already went there. That's why I wanted to give you the easy one first. Okay.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, ready? I'm going to give you another easy one.
Sure.
I'm going to build you up here. How many World Series titles do the New York Yankees have?
27.
Correct. Very good. All right, you're 2 for 2. All right, now I'm gonna squash it like plankton here. Who is the Yankees' all-time leader in stolen bases?
Past or present?
Who is the Yankees' all-time leader
Is he right now?
in stolen bases?
Is he playing
All
right
time.
now? Okay.
Super salad.
I'm bad at this.
Throw a name out.
Mantle.
Mantle is incorrect. Nick, take a guess.
I saw it. I'm looking
Oh,
at
it's Jeet. Derek Jeter leads
I'm
in in stolen bases all time with 358. You ready for the next one? This is number 4. You're 2 for 3. You're still at 66.7%. Who is the Yankees' all-time leader in triples? I'll give you a hint.
Sure.
He's really old. He's long gone. He's famous for something other than baseball as well.
Oh my god. He's long.
That's a Grammy. Grammy used to say that. He's famous for something other than baseball, as well as baseball.
Can I phone a friend?
No! That was a good hint.
Is there something other than baseball?
The other thing.
Throw it up. Throw it out there.
Go ahead.
No,
No,
you're not. No.
Say a name.
Is he in our...
I said he's long dead. He's been
Like-
dead almost 100 years.
Babe Ruth?
It is Lou Gehrig,
Okay.
who's famous for Lou Gehrig's disease,
Jesus Christ.
which is ALS.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say the thing he's famous for is named after him.
Okay.
Okay, he leads all time in triples, 163. And the last question, ready? All right, we're going to local. On April 12th, 2024, in the final regular season home game of the 23-24 season against the division rivals, the Black Bears, the Danbury Hat-Tricks became the first professional hockey team in history to have this.
Repeat the question.
Yes, on April 12th, 2024, in the final regular season home game of the 23-24 season against the division rivals, the Black Bears, the Hat-Tricks became the first team in professional hockey history to have this. It has to do with players.
A full-on line brawl?
Can you say that again?
A full-on line brawl?
No. It was they're the first hockey team in professional hockey history to have an all African American starting lineup.
Good for them.
Goalie included.
Okay. I was there for that game, too, and I knew they had a fight, but good for them.
Very good. They would lose that game 4-3 in a shootout.
Yeah. Binghamton's one of the enemies.
Sadly, yes. Anyway, that was trivia with Andrew.
Oh, thanks.
And now we will do
Now
our
everybody can see me fail miserably.
That's fine. All right, Grammy's Grinder of the Week. Andrew, you're going to be our guest on this segment. I'll give you a second.
I think he's prepared.
I'm going to give it to Nick first this week. We're going to go right around the table.
All right. My Grammys grinder of the week is Duke Miles of the Oklahoma College. What? What is wrong with this? He shook
What's
his
his
head.
problem?
He shook his head.
Nothing's wrong with it.
What's his problem over
There's
there?
No problem.
You shook your head.
Would you just say it?
Duke Miles of the Oklahoma College men's basketball team. He lost the majority of his teeth in his mouth diving for a loose ball. What? What is so funny? Can I say my grinder? Is it because I didn't pick what you
No.
Just go ahead. He lost his teeth, okay?
Yes, and then after I mean, is this not okay? Is he not allowed to lose his teeth?
It's fine. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. He checked back into the game and scored a couple points, leading to their 3-point victory.
With no teeth?
Not no teeth.
With less teeth?
A lot less teeth.
He lost a canine and said,
Multiple canines.
For 3.
What was that?
That's insane.
What? Wait a minute. What was that?
He's making him have a lisp because he lost teeth.
Was there an F?
He was being Mike Tyson.
There was an F in there.
Teeth, yes. It's a long story.
I'm sure it's long and twisted. All right.
Very dark and twisty.
I'm very lost at what's going on.
I don't know what's going on.
This side of the room.
I'll move it over here.
Oh, okay.
My
I
Grammy's
love your Grammy's grinder.
Thank you.
Very nice. Grammy
Yes.
would approve.
It is yes, it's a very good one. My Grammy's grinder. Are we gonna have to scrap in the parking
Bro,
lot?
I don't know what's wrong with you, man.
I've got my money on Anthony. I'm putting my money on Anthony. No
You can't
offense.
catch me.
Fair enough.
Hit you in my car, Nick.
You can't catch me in a car either.
That's fair enough too. Not in the jalop you drive. No offense.
Hey, it's nice.
It's nice now, but that thing.
Put a lot of money into that thing.
His car would oust all of us. Anyway, my dadmobile.
My Grammy's grinder. He's gonna do it, isn't he?
Go ahead.
He's gonna do it.
Who?
Alexander Ovechkin's gonna do it.
Oh, he better do it.
He is 12 goals shy of the.
That was you, bro.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't looking at anyone else. I'm the only one with an arm.
He is 12 goals shy of the all-time NHL goals record. 883. He had a hat trick
Yes.
last night or last game they
Last
played.
game.
He is 12 shy of the all-time mark.
Coming
Alex-
right off of the break. Just pops 3 in.
I think we're going to see now. We'll segue into a different segment for a second. Do you think that the Capitals are going to focus on winning, or are they just feeding Ovi the puck?
No, they need to focus on winning.
I agree.
And he's focused on scoring more goals than Gretzky.
I agree.
And that's been paying dividends.
I was
going to
say I agree because I feel like if they focus on winning and he focuses on scoring, they're probably both are going to happen.
His whole career he's done that. That's why he's got almost 900 goals. That's an insane amount of goals.
Ovi, you are my Grammy's grinder. I hope you do it.
And he'll be a Hall of Famer when he does.
Yes.
Go ahead, Kocur.
Luka for the Lakers.
Now that is a good pick too.
Thank you.
We were telling Nicky he should have picked Luka.
Yeah.
Why though?
I mean, I think just his he's only going up from here. I mean, his game last night, even though he scored 19 points, I think he's doing really well and a good
That was
fit.
his first triple double as a Laker last night.
Yeah, I think he's definitely a great pickup for the team, and just his little side eye to the Mavs yesterday was just a nice little put the nail in the coffin to them kind of thing.
That was a good pick. I like that, Kocur.
Thank you.
Okay, this one pains me a little bit, but my Grammy's grinder of the week is Johnny Brodzinski of the New York Rangers. I got to watch him score 2 goals against the Islanders on Tuesday. He had a 3-point night. It was his first multi-goal game of his career as a journeyman NHLer who doesn't see a ton of action. Well done, grinder. 2 goals, well-deserved goals, back-to-back goals, actually. The 3rd and 4th goals for the Rangers, which really put the Islanders away. The Islanders outshot the Rangers, I think, 38-17 and lost 5-1. But that's a different story. We didn't go there today because I'm just disgusted.
Now, before we give our send off, not only was it his first triple double as a Laker, it was the second time any Laker has ever scored a 15-15-10 triple double. The only other Laker to do it besides Luka was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Wow.
So this was a huge moment for the Lakers, and the fact that it came against the Mavericks,
Had
priceless.
to.
Cinema.
Yes.
Also, before we sign it off, Nikki, you want to grab that hat on the table?
Yes. This is for our
This is for our
esteemed
guest.
guest.
I don't even have one yet,
Leaving
Coker.
empty-handed.
Stay full.
That is
That's your
a
stay full hat. There
actually,
you go.
and if you're into memorabilia, it's actually game worn by Ant. I wore that on a pod a couple weeks ago.
There you go, and it's clean. Don't worry.
Sweat and all.
There you go. A stay full hat just for you, of course.
Thank you for having me.
We love you.
Absolutely, brother.
Okay, you're definitely our biggest non-parental fan, I think.
Or child.
And what?
Or
Or
child.
Felipe.
Yes. I have about 86. Now, I've probably about 100 of them at work. But yes, we appreciate you spending time with us. And now you get to be a part of our send-off. Do this.
Bye. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. See you next video.
Thank you, Sabrina. You'll notice that it's been updated to reflect her current vocabulary. The words have been tweaked slightly by her. Okay? Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I told her what to say, and she said, no, hit that subscribe button. So, there you go. Also, follow us on TikTok at Sports and Spag Pod, and on Instagram at Sports and Spaghetti Pod. It's over there. And Anthony, take us away.
All right. That's Nikki. That's Chris. That's Andrew. And I'm Ant. We had some Crunchwraps. We had some laughs. We're going to storm that ship, and I do mean boat. And as always, take care of your loved ones. And I do mean boat. And as always, stay full.